Hello everybody, I'm back with another video and I'm going to show you how to build floating camps. Now when I'm talking about floating camps, you probably see a lot of people place a one foundation and then they place stairs and then they build on top of that, kind of something like this. I don't mean this. I'm talking about true 100% floating camps. Nothing gets attached to the ground. So I'm first going to start off with some measurements. I'll actually show you the type of camp that I'm going to build on the ground first, and then I will move it up into the air. So I'm basically going to do that with roof, of course. So the first thing that you want to do is have some measurements in your head, and one of the most common, well, not common measurements, but one that you want to keep in mind when building is height. If you have marsupial, you can jump one wall high. As you can see, I was able to make it. Anything a little bit higher than that, you might have some problems. So if you're a person with just marsupial and you want to just be able to jump up into your camp, you want it to be one wall high. Now what I'm doing here is that I'm moving things over one spot so that now you can see this is still one wall high, but now I'm able to go a little bit higher. See? So now this is 1.5 walls high. You can see the measurement. If I was to place this here, it's 1.5 walls high. Or if I was to bring this over, we got a half wall, we got a full wall. So what you want to do is actually have your first off, for your floors, you're going to be using roofs. You're not going to be using the actual floors. You're not going to be using these because these only connect the staircases. You are not able to make floors float. If you do manage to figure that out, big congratulations. I want to see your video because you can do wonders with that. But you can't, but as of now, to my knowledge, you can't make floors float because they have to be attached to stairs. So the floors you're going to be working with is going to be roofs. and at 1.5 walls high is where you want your floors to be. Oh, I know what I'm doing. There. So say you go through all this work, you build your stuff. Alright, I'm gonna make this a doorway. As you can see, how do I get up there? You're gonna use this as a ramp. You can place that there, and just voila. Nice and simple. The only thing is that you need a wall under it. I'm going to show you how to bypass that, but normally you would just need a wall under it. This wall supports the roof that everything is built on. But a way to bypass it would be to use this, which you won't need a wall under it. And I'll show you that example right now. There we go. There you go. So this is to show that you always need a wall under it to support it. Now, how to get this type of roof to support. Now, you would still need a wall. As you can see, if I do that, I won't be able to store this or anything like that. I can store that. I'll have to work backwards. But if you don't want that wall hanging there, you're going to have to build from the top down. So, can I do that? No. Okay, I could do it from this way. So, 1.5 walls high. Now I'm only going to do 1/2 of the building, just, so I'm not wasting a whole bunch of resources. But I'm going to do the front half. As you can see here, those were the windows. That's the floor. And actually, I'm going to make this into a solid wall first, so I can Um, we don't even need this. So turn this back into a wall. Again, you don't need these. Um, I'm just keeping them here so it can be easier for me to tear it down later. But you don't need these here. You can actually remove them at this point. So from here, you would just put that slant, and the logic is that is using the floating wall glitch. It's connecting. These walls are now the supporting walls, and now it's supporting down this way because of how this roof can connect. And then from there, you will be able to place your roofs. Turn it back into a doorway. What was that? And that's how you do it. You can add those little half wall things as well. You can add these if you want. I mean, I'm not going to do it. You can even continue your roofs out this way if you want a little porch or whatever it is that you imagine yourself having. Sometimes what I do for my camp, which is actually I did for my castle camp, is that alright, I did this on one side. Oh, that's outside the. This is right now just outside my build area, but you would just put a wall here, and then if I can get it to snap, connect the wall there. You can actually build multiple floors by doing this. I'm just gonna borrow this for a second. Put this back. Again, if you have marsupial, you could just jump right up to the second floor. So you see? And then you could put your roof up. I'm not sure if I'm at, yeah, I'm outside my build area. But yeah, normally you could just put your roof up. When I place my camp down, I actually placed my camp device actually really low. So I placed it down there, so that's where I'm really limited on height. But you can add a third floor, I mean a second floor to it. So this is how you build your floating camps. And you just, one thing I like to do is make sure all the lines are even. That's one thing that bothers me. That's how you build a true, excuse me, I burped, 100% floating camp. Uh, and actually, I'm going to show how to tear it down as well. Yeah, this is the design that I did for my floating castle, actually. And I just copied this side. On this side, I had a wall there, and then I extended it out to separate floating wings. Now, if you want to take it down, or if you mess anything up, uh, this is actually what I'm going to show, just so you don't run into any problems, and you know you're trying to message me and stuff like, oh, how do I do this and that and that. I'll put this here. Alright, just connect it back down to the floor. You will be able to, I'll have to remove this first. Yeah, you'll be able to remove anything that you want to remove. Just like that. And when you're ready to, you know, disconnect, so you can see, you can still play around. This is still very much malleable to do whatever you want to do. Maybe you want to get a look at things, or you want to rearrange things, and over time. The only thing is that when you are ready to place your walls back, place the roofs back, you do it this way. Oh, I gotta turn this into a wall. Don't forget, that has to be a wall. And you could turn it to a door afterwards. And you can put the roofs back. All just the same. So that's one way to do it. When you're ready to take everything down, just turn the highest walls into doorways. Because when you turn them into doorways, as I explained in the walls video, you can store things that are under it. Then you can store the things that are above it. Well, the actual just door frame itself. Now, when you run into this situation, just connect it back down to the floor. And that's how you do it. That's how you construct and deconstruct your flying camps without having to move your camp device. As you can see, my camp that I built is still here. I didn't have to mess anything up, and as you can see, you're able to make some pretty nice structures that fills up a lot of space without harshing your budget too much. Uh, you can DM me if you have any questions about anything, or leave a comment on the YouTube video if you have any questions, and I will answer it as best I can. Or tell you to just DM me back, message me back with a screenshot of the situation that you're running into, and I'll tell you how to fix it. Have a good one.